Previously on the O.M.E.N podcast.
You have to collect one last thing in order to summon your special demon. What's his name again?
Furkas.
Someone's actually left their security tag down here. So you scan it, and immediately it goes,
"Welcome, Edmund Black."
Why is his card? Edmund Black's dead, right? Wait, is this Dr. Brimstone?
yes.
The object is secured, Mr. Brimstone.
A very large glass and metal container, and in the middle you can see a small black stone. You get thrown off of the horse, but as you get thrown off the horse, your grip holding onto its mane pulls a piece of it off.
Yes!
And you go falling backwards into the tank.
Not yes! Oh, Furkas, come forth from the other side and bind yourself to my service and give me your knowledge.
You don't feel any different, and as Dr. Martin sleeps in his room, a small ball of red electricity descends from the ceiling above him.
What will happen next? Let's find out in this episode of O.M.E.N.
Hello, Sam.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
So, this is your one-on-one session. I just finished editing the one for Andreas, and that one went quite well. I will assume that you probably haven't heard that one, and I probably don't want you to hear it because it's got some weird secrets in. Hold off listening to those episodes if you can.
Oh no. No, I've been too busy to listen.
No, I imagine, like, with a games course, they tend to be quite full-on, don't they?
Yeah.
So, we're going to start by leveling you up, because you've done quite a lot of cool stuff so far. You've shot your guns a lot, and I feel like I've neglected leveling everyone up. So
Yeah.
this was my.
Yeah, you really have, because like I've shot my guns a lot. I have not hit as much as I probably should be.
Well, I mean, you've hit quite a lot of stuff.
I mean,
All things considered.
pretty sure koala doesn't count.
Right. Okay. So if we look at your character sheet, we're using the Ellipsis RPG format. So I'm going to give you, because you're very good at shooting, I'm going to give you 2 ellipses to place within your character sheet for all the stuff that you've done so far. So you can put them in any of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different stats. Which ones are you going to choose and why?
I'm going to 100% choose agility so that I can shoot things better.
So you're sticking them both in agility?
I'm going to be more good at... do I want luck? Oh, now I'm not
I
sure.
don't know. Oh,
Oh.
decisions are difficult.
Oh god, they are. I'm not a power gamer. I'll put them both in agility. It's fine.
Put them both in agility. That's fine. And I'm going to say that with your character, all this like being around weird magical stuff has given you a feeling of focus. So I want you to put another ellipsis in your focus thing.
Okay.
Just as a thing. We're going to start you on a sort of little one-on-one mission. And what was your plan for this mission? What did you want to do? What does Annabelle St John want to do?
We're gonna go visit Daddy.
Okay, and Daddy is where?
Daddy ought to be in Tennessee. I haven't checked on him lately.
Yes, indeed. He is at the Happy Pines old folks home for old people. And you are going to go and visit him in Tennessee. So this is the Christmas holiday. O.M.E.N has let you have holiday off, especially considering how much work you've been doing recently. You are going to go visit him over the holidays because you've got time off. You're going to start off in your car, and you are driving to the old folks' home. It is snowy outside, and you're driving along this long road through the forests to the old folks' home. And as you're driving, I want you to please roll for observation.
16.
Okay, so as you're driving, you notice on the side of the road there is a parked police car, and you see behind the police car what looks like the remains of a goat. And beside the goat, there is a policeman sort of looking at the goat and prodding it with a stick. Do you want to go over and see what's going on, or do you want to drive on?
Well, honestly, that's pretty normal. Probably just got hit by a car. I'm gonna head on.
Okay, so you drive past, and the police officer, as you go past, he sort of like looks into your car and he sort of gives you a little sort of acknowledgement nod, and you drive on. About 20 minutes later, you make it to the driveway of the Happy Pines retirement home for old people. It's a really interesting retirement home. You can see immediately there's this big sort of entrance building, and the facade of the building is done out to look like it's a log house, like a log lodge of some kind, but the actual doorway is clearly sort of a modern automatic door. So the facade is completely fake, and inside is just like a sort of hotel-style old folks' home. Outside the back, you can see like about 40 different tiny log homes, and they're for sort of like the well-to-do old folks who have managed to afford their own homes. Towards the other side, you can see an iced-over swimming pool, and the swimming pool is like surrounded by this chain-link fence. What do you want to do? You're still in your car, by the way.
Well, I want to get out of my car, because not taking the car inside.
We'll say you park the car up. You're not just gonna stop the car and get out. Just leave it in the middle of the road. I guess you park it up somewhere.
Alright, so I'm gonna park the car.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get my accent back.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go check in at the front desk to see Daddy. And I know he's not gonna be happy being here because he hates them fake log cabins.
Does he stay in one of the fake log cabins, or does he not? Can he not afford one of those?
Nah, we ain't that rich.
So he's probably staying in like the main facility.
Yeah.
And what you do is you go inside and you get to the reception desk. There at the reception desk is just an ordinary guy, and he's sitting there tapping on his computer, and he's clearly sort of like in the middle of trying to sort out tonight's like bingo.
I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna go, "Pardon me, sir. I'm checking in to see Mr. Gregory St. John."
Gregory St. John.
I'm sorry, I just realized that now we have Greg and Gregory.
Oh my god, yeah, you named your gargoyle after your dad.
Completely unintentional.
I'm going to say that it is completely intentional. It's kind of nice.
Alright.
That's kind of cute.
Okay.
So the guy at the reception desk looks up and he goes, "Yep, Gregory, I'll buzz him in so we can come down and collect you and take you up to his room." And he presses the button below, and about 2 minutes later, down the hall comes a rather imposing-looking, like, grizzled ex-vet, and it's your father, Gregory, or Greg. I'd probably say Gregory.
Probably say Gregory, for sure.
And he comes up and goes, "What would he call you quickly?"
Something little and dumb. I don't know.
Okay, and I'm going to be using one of my very, very awful American accents for this.
Oh god.
So prepare
This
yourself.
has been what I've been dreading about this session the most, is listening to you
Really?
try to do an American accent here.
Oh man, you prepare yourself for this one, because I've been practicing this one for many, many years.
Oh my.
So here we go. Oh man, I'm getting flashbacks of Derek Speakins.
Ask to see my manager.
I would like to see your map. There we go. There we go. There it is. I'm sorry about this, but this is what it's going to sound like for the entire time. Hey there, Scout. How you doing?
Hey Daddy, I'm doing good. How are they treating you here?
Terribly. I hate it all. I hate everything about this place. It's fake. It's all disgusting. It's all un-American. I hate it so much.
Well, Daddy, it's what we got, and it's where you gotta stay.
I don't know about that one. One day I'm going to make it out of here, you know. I'm going to break out.
No, Daddy, this is what you get for shooting at them neighbor kids for being on your lawn.
I am going to break out of here just like I did in Narm.
And then he... and then he takes you... and then he's... Whew, dear me.
Oh, breathe. Okay.
Centering myself. Okay. And then he takes you upstairs to his little room, and he takes you in, and it is a sort of standard-looking, sort of hotel roomish kind of thing. It has a nice double bed for him. There's a rocking chair in the corner. He's got a bunch of sort of like his old medals on the wall, sort of pinned up. And in the corner, you can see a window that looks out on the swimming pool. So you can actually see out onto the swimming pool from this room. And he says, well, this is my casa. You see? This is where they put me.
Daddy,
I hate it.
you were shooting at them kids and you were exposing yourself to their dogs. You can't be doing that.
I can do whatever I want.
Daddy.
I'm a goddamn vet. This is how things are in this country. I go and fight for them, and then zero respect. I just get thrown in their hair.
Daddy, this is the best place the VA could get you. Now,
They make me play bingo. I hate bingo.
Well, I'm sure they don't make you play bingo.
They do. It's part of the enrichment program. I've got to stay sharp, apparently. I hate it. Stupid. Moronic.
Oh, Daddy, it's like you told me when I was little. You just gotta take what you got and be the best at what you can do.
So, Belle, what are we going to do whilst you're here? Because we're only here for the weekend, so I just wanted to decide on what we're going to do here in Tennessee, because I'd like to get out of this place if possible.
Well, Daddy, you know it's kind of close to that time of year when we lost Mama. So today we're just going to hang out, and tomorrow, Sunday, we're going to go to church like she would have wanted.
She would have wanted that, yeah. I do miss her, you know.
I know, Daddy. I do too.
She was quite the amazing woman. It was a shame that she died so early in your life, but I'm sure she would have been proud of you with your what is it you're doing? Your O.M.E.N things, whatever the hell it is. I don't really understand.
Well, I'm just doing the American way. The Lord's work with a gun.
I trained you right, didn't I?
Yes, Daddy, you did.
You both sort of sit there and reminisce for a while, and then you both decide to head out. Do you want to go like to the sort of nearby town, potentially?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take Daddy to town. He best be on his best behavior.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. You get in the car and you drive down to the town, and eventually you pull up into sort of like this small Tennessee town. The roads have been properly gritted, so the snow is there's not much snow around here. You can see like a big snow plow on one side of the road, and you see the policeman again. He's actually got the goat on the front of his hood, and he's taken it into the town towards the police center, and he stopped because like the car seems to have broken down, and he's sort of sitting there like kicking it, and he's very, very like grumpy about it, clearly. And then your dad sort of looks at it and goes,
God damn it, even the police are collecting roadkill now. There's been such horrible things going on at the minute here.
Hey, Daddy, you still remember how to work a car? Looks like the officer could probably use our help.
I do.
and you head over to him. You go up to the officer and he sort of looks at you and goes, well, hi there. What do you want?
Hey, officer, you looking like you could use a hand for help.
Yeah, I could use some help. I've got a flat tire, it seems. And your dad sort of looks at him and goes, oh, that's fine. I can deal with that. So your dad goes up and he pulls at the wheel. He removes it, and then he goes around the back and pulls out the spare, and he pushes it in. And it's quite impressive watching him work. He's like really good at this. Like clearly his old age hasn't made him any less sharper than he was back in the day.
All right, well, Daddy's doing that. I'm gonna talk to the officer. Hey, officer, what's been going on with these goats? I saw y'all on the road earlier. They get out?
Well, they didn't really get out per se. They something's been attacking them in the forest. Like there's been goats. There's been a couple of deer, and last time I checked, even a bear.
I heard that they were releasing them wolves at national parks to keep the population down. Have the wolves now gotten out of hand?
You see, we were figuring it was wolves, but it turns out that just these slash marks, and he points at the goat, they don't seem like wolf damage. And you sort of look at the goat, there's clearly like these quite nasty looking divots in it, circular divots, that don't seem like it'd be something that a wolf would cause. We've been dealing with these kind of cases for at least like 3 weeks now.
Officer, would you mind if I took a closer look? This is a bit, kind of in the line of the work I do.
Oh, really? And he points to you and goes, what line of work are you in?
I suppose you could say it's, fish and wildlife.
Can you roll for persuasion, please?
I got a 14.
14. Okay, so he goes, yeah, sure, you can have a look at the body. He believes you. And you roll, what do you roll for observation?
18. I got 18.
you look at this body. It's clearly not wolves, and it's not vampires either. Because you now understand what a vampire like bite would look like. It's definitely not anything you've ever seen before. It is probably not of this world. It doesn't look like a normal animal. Let's just say that. Like, it's uncomfortably strange in how it's like looks, and the body is also clearly like the bones have been quite nastily shattered, like it's been thrown up against like a tree and the like spines just snapped. So whatever did this has got quite a lot of force behind it.
Can I get like a guess of how big it is based on the bite mark size?
Sure. Okay. I'm going to say that this creature is quite big, quite tall. It's quite a large creature. That's all you can glean from this body. And the police officer comes over and goes, I hope that this is the last one today. We've already had like 4 so far.
Hey, officer, whereabouts are you picking these up?
Just all around like the forest area, just outside of the town, right next to the old folks' home.
Well, that's mighty convenient. Hey,
Is it now?
hey, officer, I'm thinking that maybe this might be best in the hands of Fish and Wildlife. I'll take the investigation over from here, and y'all don't worry too much about what y'all gotta do.
I'm going to make you roll for persuade on that one.
Oh shit. This is when the luck stops working.
Yep.
That's an 11.
It is an 11. I'm going to roll against that.
Oh, fuck you.
He looks at you and goes, I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to give you the jurisdiction unless I see some sort of valid ID.
Oh shit, this is when the psychic paper would be so useful.
It would. You do have like an O.M.E.N ID, but he might not know what that is.
Alright, I'll flash my O.M.E.N ID to see if that works.
You pick up your O.M.E.N ID and you give it to him, and he looks down at it. He sort of scrutinizes it for a minute, and his eyes sort of narrow a little bit. He looks back up at you, and he goes, I didn't realize that it was going to be one of these kind of cases. And he then hands it back to you and goes, well, all right then, it's all yours now. Good luck with it.
Thank you.
Your dad goes, the car's working now, it's all good as new. The policeman gets in the car and drives off down the street, and he leaves you both there in the middle of the town. Would you like to do some, like, fatherly, daughterly bonding of some kind? Or something something humble and Americana? I don't know. I don't know what it is that American people do to bond in these kind of places. So this is kind of you educating everyone who listens to the podcast and me as to what people do in small town Americana.
Well, I usually stay home. Daddy, so I know that you still got your mechanic skills working. How about we go down to the shooting range and see which one of us is still better?
Ooh, I like that. Very nice. He agrees, and you both get back in your car and you drive down to a nearby shooting range. Is that a common thing? Are shooting ranges common in America?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get to the local shooting range. I guess it's like in the UK we have pubs, but you have shooting ranges.
I mean, we got bars too.
Okay, you go to the shooting range, and this is where we're going to have, I guess, a shoot-off. He's probably got his like trusty revolver always on him, dusk till dawn every day, and you've got your nice guns as well, I believe.
Yes.
Is it within your prison purse, or have you got it on your hip?
Is Tennessee an open carry state? I don't remember.
I don't know what that means.
Give me a sec.
What does that mean?
An open carry state is a state where you are freely able to walk around with a gun on your hip.
What?
Yeah.
Flipping hell.
So, are you still excited to road trip?
Yeah, in a sort of terrified kind of way. I'm looking. So just for people who are listening, we're planning on doing an American road trip at some point in the next like couple of years, and I'm excited to experience America.
Okay, so at least as of like 2016, Tennessee is a permit required open carry state.
Okay, so I imagine he's probably got a permit.
And my current state is no permit needed, and my old state is also no permit needed. So.
And you can just carry a gun out whenever you want.
Technically, there are, like, at least when I lived in Kansas, there were signs outside of, like, buildings that had, like, no guns allowed. Because that's something we have to, like, say out here.
Right. Okay. So you get to this place, and you both pull out your guns, and what would you be shooting? Like targets, or would you be shooting like bottles, or how would this go down?
It would be those like paper targets that you have on
Right, yeah.
the line track.
Okie dokie. He looks at you and goes,
Right then, what? How are we making this interesting? What's the bet? What does who get when who wins? What's gonna happen?
Well, Daddy, if I win, you're gonna put on your Sunday best when we go to church tomorrow, and you're gonna leave your gun at home.
God damn it. Okay, and then
You don't take a gun into the Lord's house.
all right then, and if I win,
Daddy, if you win, I'll buy you that cabin in the woods, and you don't need no home, and you can just live out there all on your lonesome like you've been asking.
that sounds like a great idea. We'll go with that one. And if you win as well, I will show you the weird secret thing that I found whilst I've been working here. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right then.
so you're both there. I think you should roll first to see how you do. So you need to roll for agility, and I'm going to get you to roll for it 5 times, and anything over a 10 is a hit, and anything under a 10 is a miss.
All right. Well, then I also get my +5.
You do.
Right, how many times am I rolling it again? I forgot.
5, and I want you to call them out as you do it.
17, 20, 6 plus 5. That's 11. 12, 14. Yeah, that's 5. I can count.
Damn. Okay. Very nice. So you had perfect hit. In fact, one of yours was a perfect hit right on the middle of the target, and the rest of them were pretty decent too. So he's going to have his go now. Okay. So he's going to shoot, and he's going to go 16, 6,
Ooh.
5. Oh, you missed that one. 23 and 21. So he hits 2 right in the middle. He misses 2 of them, and then he hits 1 just sort of like a glancing blow. He has lost, although he looks at you and he's adamant that he's won because he shot 2 directly in the center. So I guess you have to have an argument over whether or not you won or not.
Daddy, you might got accuracy, but I got precision, and precision's what really matters.
I tell you now, if I shot someone in the face, then they'd be dead. But you'd be shooting them all over the place.
I shot them all pretty face wide.
I hope to God that you don't have to shoot people in your normal job.
Well, not people necessarily.
What?
What? So, Daddy, I definitely won. So, yanking that cabin.
Damn it.
So now it's my turn for my reward. Show me that weird thing.
Let's go back to the cabins and I'll show you the thing.
All right, I'll get you a pack of smokes on the way home just so you feel a little bit better.
Nice.
I know you, sore loser.
Yeah. Well, you know how it is. I like to win. Like we won in Nam.
But did we win a nom?
No, you didn't, but he thinks you did. So as you guys drive home, that is where we're going to leave this episode. So you're going to find out what the weird thing is in the next one. So we'll see you later. Bye. The O.M.E.N podcast is powered by Ellipsis RPG, the accessible donationware rule set, now available on itch.io. If you like what you're hearing, please rate us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcast. You can tweet to us at the hashtag OMENcast, that's O-M-E-N cast, and who knows, you might get a special mention in one of the episodes from us. Thank you for listening, and remember, stay vigilant. You never know what's out there.